Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a nice week. Now today I have a Power Herald build which is a little bit unique, but I've been really enjoying this lately. So I'm going to go over this build, and then we're going to go over a gameplay with some commentary to see what we can learn. We're going to see what went well, what went poorly, and how I can improve and keep climbing those ranks, because trust me, I need it. So sit back and relax, because I think this is going to be a good one. And in case you're new here, I upload Guild Wars 2 PvP and World v World videos just about every single week. If that sounds like your type of thing, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, and it really helps the channel out. I'm so close to 4,000 subscribers, so if you want to help me with that goal, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Like I say, completely free to do so. Thanks so much, guys. Okay, so for the build today, we're going to be taking Retribution, Devastation, and Herald. Now, Retribution is a really nice trait line because it gives you reduced condition damage through the boon called Resolution, which is going to be giving you 33% reduced condition damage incoming, and also you're going to get a really nice 10% reduced power damage modifier coming in as well. You're also going to get very nice levels of might uptime and increased damage while you have that Resolution boon. So this just plays really nicely into the current meta, being able to not take so much damage from condies, have a little bit less incoming power damage. It's really nice. The Devastation trait line here, you can take honestly any of these three traits. This build somewhat lacks in Fury uptime, so I don't see taking Assassin's Presence to be a terrible idea. I think that this would give you nice consistent damage. Notoriety gives you the highest total damage, and then Thrill of Combat gives you a little bit of extra sustain. So feel free to pick whichever one of these three that you prefer. And the last three things that you can swap here are, you can either take Brutality for a little bit of extra quickness and stability removal, which is really nice if you're going to be team fighting a lot. Or alternatively, Swift Termination is quite nice because it's a 20% damage modifier. That's a lot of damage on a trait, so I quite like to take this one, but Brutality is also good too. It just depends on what you're up against, so feel free to fine-tune it to your playstyle. Berserker Amulet, of course. Wayfinder Relic, I always like this one when I'm taking Retribution, because when you're taking this particular set of traits, I find that you're lacking in swiftness. Not everybody needs this, but personally this is what I like. Feel free to change it if it's not your cup of tea. I like the Rune of the Deadeye. There's others that work. Spellbreaker works, Hollowsmith works, but so does Deadeye, and so this is what I like. It's got a nice high level of power, nice high level of ferocity, and last but not least, a little bit of precision to keep you critting. Greatsword and Spear are the weapons. I like Cleansing Energy, but feel free to make those changes. That's the build, guys. Feel free to take a screenshot, give this a try, and let me know what you think. So let's get into the gameplay here. We got a nice ranked game. This one had some nice high moments. It had some low lows. It had a couple screw-ups, so I think that there's a lot that we can learn. I've gone ahead and edited this footage to slow down and highlight some key moments as well. So let's have a look. I'm just kind of below Platinum at the moment as far as what rank this was filmed at. So take that as your context. Right now, Power Rev is got its work cut out for it, because right now Untameds and Power Mesmers are really pumping out a lot of damage, and they're very scary. Willbender is definitely still around as well, even after the nerfs. They're still doing quite well, so you got to keep an eye out for them. Now in this big team fight here, we're just looking for a target to pressure with my team. And a target gets called, so I'm just trying to follow him and keep the damage on him. I get a nice pull with the Spear 4, but he rallies off of my teammate, sadly. So I'm going to stay on the target here now. This is a bit sad, you know, I'm on the target, but as you can see, I've got one teammate also helping, but unfortunately there's two that are kind of off doing their own thing. If there's a target called in your fights, try to pressure that target with your team. So a new target gets called, so I go ahead and switch to him. And you can see with my resolution uptime and my reduced... oh, watch this. Look at this Spear 4 pull. Look at the distance on that. The Spear 4 on Revenant is one of my absolute favorite skills. It is so very strong. You need to be diligent with it. You need to time it well. But you saw it there. The two players got pulled in, and I was able to secure a down off one of them. So we look like we're winning that team fight because of that kill I got. So I think I can leave. Turns out I couldn't. The enemy Willbender came in and bursted my core DPS Guardian down and got the kill on him. So that was unfortunate that he died there, but at this point we're low on the scoreboard, and as you can see the enemy Revenant appears. So we're going to slow this down. This is a duel here, so I'm going to jump and use Spear 4 behind me to kind of obscure the animation, and that catches him with it. So we're going to watch here. I'm going to try and pressure him and get a dodge out of him. So we're looking for a dodge. There's that first dodge, you saw it there. So now I can follow that dodge up with a bit of Greatsword damage. So I use Greatsword 3 and he dodges off of that, as you can see there. So he's got no dodges left, so I'm free to use Greatsword 5 with impossible odds and really punish that. So going into those dueling situations, it's important to be reading your enemy's animations. You know, everybody's got 2 dodges except for one class that's a little bit better than all of us. I won't name any names, but you know who I'm talking about. So all of us have 2 dodges, and what you can do is you can watch for those dodges to go off and punish that with using high damaging skills timed for the end of their dodge. And once they've dodged 2 times, then you generally know that you're good to use your highest damaging skill to secure that kill. So that's kind of exactly what I did there. When I'm fighting that Rev, I waited for that first dodge. When I saw that, I punished it, and then once he dodged the second time, I went for the kill, and that worked for us. So this is a kind of crummy situation here. I've got a whole lot of people around, and I'm not really sure where to go in. I've got the Willbender kind of focusing me, but I chuck a little bit of damage into this team fight here while trying not to die to the Willbender. A little bit of a knockdown on him with the Glint Elite, and then I try to follow this up with some damage, and I can see that he's low and he's out of cooldown, so I'm just auto-attacking. He uses Renewed Focus. I believe he's invulnerable to damage, so I just wait, and then once he's out, I just burst by using Phase Reversal and Greatsword 2 to secure that down. Now, Power Herald is a roamer, so after that fight is complete, I go ahead and continue to roam around the map and see where I am needed. This Mesmer here is threatening to go and decap our home node, so I port onto him and put some damage down to try and pressure him off. He goes into stealth. Mesmers have incredibly long stealth abilities, so I'm not sure where exactly he's gone, but I see that this enemy Revenant is pressuring our home node, so I go to try and stop him, but I'm going to pause it here. On my right, you can see that the Mesmer is here. So this is 2v1. I'm against the Condi Revenant and the Power Mesmer here. So I know now that I need to use some line of sight if I want to contend to this duel. So I go behind the pillar and break line of sight and use Jade Winds to CC the Rev and the Mesmer. And then I put a little bit of damage on the Rev, see if I can get the kill on him. But he uses his Glint heal there, so I know that I need to move away and not damage him. But I'm going to keep line of sight the Mesmer, and I peek out and CC the Mesmer because I really don't want to let him free cast, so I use Spear 4 to CC him. And then once he's CC'd, I'm just going to chuck a little bit of damage on the node, and he comes out of stealth here, and he uses his Blade Song on me, so I need to use my Glint heal, and that allows us to survive that and get the down on the Herald. So I've got 2 teammates there, and the Herald is down, so that means that that fight is complete, and I'm not needed there anymore. So I go ahead and walk away. The Mesmer stealths again, so I try to hit him with the Jade Winds to CC him, but he gets away. I can see him on my map. He's back at home again. But I'm going to try and help my friends here at mid to try and win this fight. I take a huge amount of damage from the meteor shower, so I need to kind of step away and respect that. But we're just going to lay some damage down. Always focus the target, you know, the target that your team has set. So that's who I'm choosing to hit. And we get the down on him just through some auto attacks with the Greatsword. And that's another fight won. And that's exactly what you're looking to do on Power Rev, is just kind of rotating around the map quickly, going and participating in as many fights as you can, and winning them, and just trying to make it so that your team never really has to fight a fair fight. So at this point in the game, I see that they have their node, so I go and get the decap. Look at that tether right through the wall, eh? I am not a Dragon Hunter fan, I can't lie. But I use my Glint heal and then step through his trap to get a nice bit of healing there, and I step away. Now, there's about to be something very unfortunate happening. Listen for the tell, can you hear it? There it is. And the Mesmer's here. So there was an audio tell there that the Mesmer was around, but he approached that fight in stealth, and then he bursted me really, really hard. So I probably shouldn't have taken that duel to begin with, but Virtuosos are really, really hard to predict because of that long stealth, and then from stealth, they can kind of one-shot you. So Virtuoso is a very, very scary build, and is also perfectly balanced and doesn't need any nerfs. Okay, my team is winning mid. As I was going by our home node, nobody was on it, so I didn't see that it was being decapped. So I choose to go to farm. Looking around to see if anybody's going to pressure me here. I'm just trying to keep pressure on all 3 nodes so that they don't get any free points at any point in the match here. Capping this node. Now, let's see where we're needed here. Take a look towards response, see if anybody's coming. Nope. And we get a target at mid, so I hit T to take it, and then I use phase traversal to get over to mid more quickly. And this is the kind of situation where your spear can really come in handy. See, I get that pull on the target that my team is targeting, and that secures the kill on him. And now, I see the Mesmer going to our home node, so I use phase traversal to follow him. And as you see there, it is time to dodge. Whenever you see those blades coming out of stealth, you know that it's time to dodge. You have to dodge those blade songs. They're very scary coming out of stealth. But that was kind of the cue I was looking for and how I knew to dodge. So he uses his distort, so I wait and I hold some damage. And then I start to hit him as soon as he drops his distort. And at this point, luckily, my teammate comes in to help me out. But if you are having trouble fighting Virtuosos, rewind that, play that situation back, because he used a blade song on me from stealth. And if I didn't dodge that, I would not have survived that. He probably would have just killed me outright. So you always have to be looking for that blade song animation. They're very, very scary because those blade songs can hit you for well over 10k with just one ability, and they can use it from stealth. Like, it's kind of insane. But luckily there is that animation for it. You see those blades appear, and once you see those blades appear, you know it's time to dodge or block or, you know, use some sort of evade. So, coming into this team fight here, quick cleanup job. I feel like I've only been here for 2 seconds and already somebody's back on our home node, so I run back. And we have the Mesmer here. I'm going to slow this one down. Now I teleport in and rush to the node, and he uses his distort and his pistol skills here. So I put my block up and wait for his distort to come down, wait for the Aegis to come down, and now I'm going to hit him with the second attack of the 2, and he's not dodging, so I use a sword, Great Sword 2 with impossible odds to punish him and secure a big burst of damage on him. So a little bit of patience there. You know, I saw that blade song coming up, and so I put my Great Sword block up to block it, and then that secondary attack with the Greatsword 4, if it gets charged up, can do a lot of damage. And just a matter of waiting for the Aegis to go down. It has a lot of Aegis, but it doesn't last too terribly long. So if you just wait, or you can use an auto attack to strip the Aegis as well. But as you can see, I'm searching now. I'm hunting for the Virtuoso to not let him cap it. But he sneaks by again. I can't believe it. So I have to fight him one more time. Let's see here. So I'm going to dodge the pistol skills here. He uses a distort. So hold the damage for a minute. He puts a block up. Hold the damage for a little longer. He CCs me, so I have to stun break out of that. I put my block up here. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. Now, he's gotten a lot more damage on me, but I do have my glint heal up. Looking for that next blade song so that I can use my glint heal into it. They get a knockdown onto him and followed up with a little bit of damage. He teleports away. There's another blade song coming up, so I try to CC him. And more blade song damage. More blade song. Well, they're not all blade songs, but you get the idea. And here I'm just trying to do the very best I can to avoid some of his damage while landing some of mine. And I finally get him, but geez, that was a tough one. That one gave me a lot of trouble. He was very slippery in that one. But that is the end of the game. I just let my team know all we need to do is camp the nodes we own and we will win. And that is the end of the game. I thought that was a pretty good one, pretty fun one. A couple of pretty scary people on the enemy team, which always makes it a little bit more entertaining. Those power masters, man, they are crazy right now. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate the support on the channel lately. You guys rock. Coming up to 4,000 subscribers soon, which is just crazy. So thanks so much to everybody who watches, everybody who subscribes, everybody comments, everybody sends me a message in the game and says hi. Appreciate all you. You guys are awesome and you make this so much fun. And yeah, that's all for me for this week. I'll catch you fine folks next week for another video. Warpig's Discord link in the description. And yeah, that's all. Thanks everybody.